post offices, IRS, and my control number, T6714, my identification number, motherfucker, control name. And this is how they do the control name for my last name, Taylor. Bitch, I've been got their motherfucking asses. Now I'll show you the written letter in which I wrote to social services. They try to stop and not go through. You got one here. I read goddamn to you and see military there. Let's get this one out here, this one in here. That one went through. But this goddamn letter, this one went through. And the stamp, where they try to take the stamp off of it. So when I wrote it to the goddamn court, they still had to put in a record. I wrote them about the theft of the goddamn stamp, and that I wrote it to social services, and they refused to have sent it to them. Well, I sent it to their ass in the United States District Court. I'm not playing with them in a goddamn thing. I, Queen Marlene George Taylor, royal birth, decree and declare you all are in high treason and treason, who issued a Federal Trade Commission card and identification theft of mine. It says it there. Try to get it set up. An identification theft of mine with Federal Reserve System, American Bankers Association, who of United States Corporation Articles of Incorporation and family members committed this high treason and treason of my great-grandfather, little infant, of Washington District of Columbia, they claim treason, high treason, and son, my grandfather, Frank Gould Taylor, fictitious federal government. All of you are in high treason and theft of my identification. You changed my retirement payments. May 10th, 2006, my payments for retirement would be $973. Then 2009 of your high treason and treason, this to the Social Security Administration. Of my hard work, you believe you could steal about 200 of, making decrease to 791. You are my identification issued in theft. My liberty and blessings by identification theft to Mayor Stoney of an alias Lester Vandy, Social Security payments, who in rape by fraud married me as Charles Lee Moody. While you issued my Federal Trade Commission card using my commerce of trade in securities of the account of it, and that's the number, high treason and treason, with account of that number on the back of my Social Security number 224046650, using both Social Security and Federal Trade Commission number 224046650. A day you know not, I will bring in my worldwide troops and arrest all. February 20th, 2020. And then I seal it. Royal Guard decree. And bitch, they got it. That's a stamp on that envelope, which would be, they fucking received it. February 20th. Sometime they got the mail on the same fucking day. It depends on if I send it early enough before the mail carrier, which comes and get it from me and get back to the post office. And that batch, they would have gotten it to the goddamn court. Which sometimes surprised the fuck even me. But bitch, it's stamped. You see February the 13th there, so it could be 2020 or February the 13th. Let's look at that date again. It was February 20th. So that goes with another February 20th one I wrote, in which the courts be, and you see the stamps of the court ones. For February 26th, the taking what be of Richmond. And you'll find letters of patent I have it, because sometimes I sent different places in the same day, fucking letters of patent. You might be missing. Now let's look at this. It's February 11th, So that would go with the one that says February the 13th on that envelope that is stamped. So on that envelope that's stamped the 13th, again, let's look at it. That's February the 20th on this one that I sent to United States District Court. It's the 20th of February and the 20th of year of 2020 to the court. That's February the 21st when they're trying to send shit back and forth. But this one tells you it's February 26th. February 26th. February the 13th one, when they say insufficient, no such address for West Broad. Okay, they're going to get it though. Because I sent it back to that motherfucker ass. And this would be when I write them personally of their own letters. I tell them about what was written in the letter to the one in which they try to stop in the fucking mail. I'm Marlene George Taylor, royal birth. I go and explain of royal queen Marlene George Taylor. I go and say a second time after not just saying my name but give my title. Sent royal mail to Amp here post office, or this to the post office matter, by mailman and personal courier. He in post office committing my capital crime and high treason and treason, writing on my envelope 55 cents. That's why I told you they stole it the fuck off. So I ain't got to lie about a goddamn thing. I wrote their asses. That's when you're going to see the post office send to me and saying they got it, of me explaining to them, of someone stealing it, to fuck off. Stamp. I sent to them telling them that they stole my goddamn stamp off somebody at that goddamn post office. And this is to the post office. And this, what I was writing them of Social Security, they failed to send through the mail, stealing the goddamn stamp off to the court. I also telling them about the goddamn post office and their deed of stealing the goddamn stamp and refused to send it to Social Security. Are you missing it? To the United States District Court I sent it to. But this is the address of Social Security of them stealing the goddamn stamp. The letter I just showed you was to the post office telling them about it. You'll find him even in it, Timothy Bland here, Social Security number, in reference to him acting it out to be the person and interrupt it. And I'm telling him I know who he is, an alias. And that I ain't playing with neither of the four of their fucking asses whatsoever. And them allowing them and my federal government to do all that goddamn shit. Now you explain all this shit away. Bitch, impossible. Can't be explained away. And explain how they stamping my personal stamps through if I don't be who the fuck I am and end them saying I'm Queen Marlene George Taylor. Queen Marlene George Taylor. On all of them. I tell them I'm Queen Marlene George Taylor. Then address them on other things and telling them about federal government and everything. So I'm not playing the fuck with them or playing with the fuck none of your asses. Trying to act like you don't goddamn see and believe don't make a goddamn difference to me neither. Then how the fuck all my mail going through except for when they try to interrupt and I get their ass in high treason? And how it's going through with them stamping it except for stealing goddamn stamps that time of that stamp and they stole it one time before then. Then how is it going through even when they thought they weren't going to send it through? And I sent another to their motherfucking ass getting them in high treason and they goddamn stamp it through. With me telling them I'm Queen Marlene George Taylor and that it was tax per Q. Of them having that printed shit up there, in case they missed it. That tax per Q was there all along, me sending it and making their ass stamp that one through with the sufficient address of East Broad Street to the west. And I did West God had me to set their ass up. Now I ain't playing with them and a goddamn thing. Nothing. As I ain't playing with none of your motherfucking asses in the goddamn thing. I'm trying to find where it say west again. Oh, that's east. Correctly. I ain't see the one that's supposed to be in this envelope. Anyway, you get what's being said. sometimes it get mixed up because I'm forever showing people the shit. And explain again how I show you that it be. I wrote John Marshall Court's bill and goddamn too. And bitch, it went through. Stamped. That's the February the 20th. I was telling you some things would have the same date on it. February the 20th. Now, I ain't playing to fuck with them or none of you.